So he's not at the hotel today?
Travelers and visitors, don't miss out.
Welcome, weary travelers. All who seek rest will find it here.
Oh, what? So he's not at the hotel today?
Come on, it's a rare opportunity. Let's go check it out.
Welcome, weary travelers. All who seek rest will find it here.
Oh, what? So he's not at the hotel today?
Come on, it's a rare opportunity. Let's go check it out.
Welcome, weary travelers. All who seek rest will find it here.
Travelers and visitors, don't miss out.
Oh, what? So he's not at the hotel today?
Come on, it's a rare opportunity. Let's go check it out.
Travelers and
Welcome, weary travelers. All who seek rest will find it here.
Oh, what? So he's not at the hotel today?
Come on, it's a rare opportunity. Let's go check it out.
Travelers and visitors, don't miss out.
Welcome, weary travelers. All who seek rest will find it here.
Oh, what? So he's not at the hotel today?
Travelers and visitors, don't miss out.
All who seek rest will find it here.
Okay, we've been muted the whole time. It's fine. I was saying how I don't remember the last thing we did was, or what the last thing we did was, but pretty sure we just need to go over here. Okay. Okay, 5 minutes. That's easy. Alright.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
How's my controller doing? It's full, allegedly.
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru Village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Engar, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Dia,
This guy's voice.
I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Just following orders.
Ha! Motion to compel. Sya. Ha. 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 Ta. Sya. Ta. Sya. Incinerate. Ha. Sya. Ta. Sya. Boom boom. Ta.
Okay.
Ta. Inadmissible evidence. Sya. Let the show begin. Huh. Oh, yeah. Huh. 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 Yeah. Hi. Oh, oh, hi. Huh. Huh.
Impossible! Yeah, how could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all.
Ah.
And of course you would
that's why
believe
she said it.
everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others. That's what you thought, right?
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! were in Aru Village?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for ya.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So, that thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the academia's trickery. But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village. This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Okay.
Right on time. We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
I want to clear out some of these. Well, let's see what this is. Never mind, I can't do that. Let's get rid of some of these. Okay, missed a couple. Here we go. Still more.
One is working super hard.
How many gems was that? Almost 5,000. We're almost able to, like, halfway to guaranteeing. Well, not really. A little less than halfway.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, Looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may all be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
Yo, Janth, what's up?
You might not believe this, but
How's it going?
It wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He
We're-
told us
we're
to spread the
threatening
word
and
about King
torturing
Deshret's
hostages?
resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
I swear I only ever remember that Genshin has a story mode when I see you play it. Yeah, and anytime, I think I'm the only person that has played it. I don't know, anytime I watch somebody else play, I mean, Avi doesn't play, and then anytime I watch somebody else play, they're just kind of like not playing, or not doing the story, or skipping the dialogue. Which, you know, I understand. You don't want to always be story-oriented, but like, what's the point of the game if you're just gonna skip the whole thing, right?
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Has the story been good this whole time? I like the story that we're in I like 2 of the region's stories, and the first one I didn't like, but it was like the tutorial, and it was like kind of weird. I don't know. I didn't like the first region. The second one was okay, and then I think 3 and 4 are both good. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's been picking up. I would say I liked the story like 2/3 of the time, maybe a little more than that. Somewhere between 2/3 and 75% of the time.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this
just knocked them
mystery
out.
man they speak of could be from the Academia. Some time ago, people from the Academia attempted to take the Village Keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the Academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the Village Keepers right into their hands.
Okay.
They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the Academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the Village Keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the Academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars.
Silent Hill 2 story, watch out. I am unfamiliar with Silent Hill.
Regardless, our top priority now is locating the Village Keepers.
You're right. Isaac is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
We're trying to find this kid's grandpa because a lot
Pack
of
up
reasons.
and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Okay, I don't even know if I had to just leave just then, but I think I was supposed to. But yeah, I've been told that the end of this region has, like, even if you're skipping the dialogue as fast as possible, it takes an hour. So even if I was mashing X to get through this, I mean, I've also heard that that was an exaggeration, so I don't really know. But, yeah.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all talk!
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
Oh boy. Can't we just do what we were doing before? I feel like we had a good
How
lead.
do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
Okay.
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the Mad Scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
Right.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Okay, dude, she could have just stayed up late one night.
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one.
Who cares?
You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it.
Why do we care? Oh my god. Some of the side stuff they make you do before you get to the actual story is a little bit annoying.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better?
I mean, I don't really know either way, to be honest.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Okay.
Alhaitham, Everyone told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the Radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night.
Okay.
But, because we're in the middle of a desert,
why don't we go over
would
there?
rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
That looks like that's some straight out of Mario Odyssey right there.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating
A haunted
Elazar,
hospital, okay.
but it's been abandoned for years.
An abandoned haunted hospital.
Yeah, let's go!
Sounds very typical.
Good to me.
And don't fight me.
Shine down.
I don't want to do that.
Propagate.
Take that!
Remarkable condition. Incinerate!
Illusion shattered.
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
That's close enough.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but...
Monsters, watch out!
Inazuma shines eternal.
Motion to compel.
Shine down!
Incinerate!
Have to open this thing somehow.
That's close enough.
Motion to compel. Wrath of the Flame. Boom boom. Motion to compel.
Defeat the monsters. I think we defeated them all. Oh, no, there's one more.
Illusion shattered!
Let's dance.
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Incinerate. It's a
Shit, okay.
jury. Let the show begin.
Does this guy ever stop?
Illusion shattered!
Spring forth.
We'll be okay if he doesn't get his shield back.
Now you shall perish!
Scatter.
Oh, I messed that up.
Has loopholes.
No, he got it back. Okay, well.
Illusion shattered!
Propagate! They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
Were they?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look.
Okay. This is not as spooky as I thought it would be.
Hey, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see!
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
The law of inertia written in Genshin speak?
You got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey! Paimon's your Teyvat travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, is that Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated? Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here.
Okay. Underground, creepy hospital. It's probably gonna be a domain or something.
As I thought. There's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Wait, why did it kick me out? Oh. Ancient key. We need ammo, okay. $10. temporarily gonna swap you out for your sister.
We may leave at any time.
Oh shit, there's scorpions?
There is no escape. Barbados, guide us. Shine down. Boom boom.
I fought those before.
Scatter!
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion.
Try. This is not multiverses? No, it is not.
Keep within the law.
How's it going, Bomber?
Go as planned. Excellent.
Propagate!
Oh my god, that thing's annoying.
Inadmissible evidence!
Okay, cool. I have a feeling they're gonna make me come back out here anyway for that key. Or the key's in like the deepest part of the basement. Yo, AJ, what's up? How's it going? Nice to see you guys. Emergency notice. Don't give up. Swear I only ever. You're just replaying Jantham's chat messages. Minty bean soup. I don't really know what I'm looking for. Oh, Jantham said the same thing? Odd. Yeah, that's so weird. That's so strange. An old vase.
Look! There's someone over there! Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait,
This is spooky. It is kind of spooky. This is an abandoned hospital.
You're...
He can't speak, and his
Zombie?
eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
I love that man, Al-Haytham.
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late.
I've never gotten a chance to play
Looks
as
like
him
they've
as any of
already
the,
taken
in any of the
everyone
trials
away.
or anything.
For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
I think he's the strongest unit I have. That's
There
cool.
are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed
such
to
a
notice
detective.
Razak hiding in a corner.
He's basically Batman.
The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Flashback time. To when that guy yelled at me.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The Academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the Academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the Academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the Academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago.
We got some distillation
Beneath the
setups.
surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an Academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the Academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An
Okay.
exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
I don't think
With
that's
the
right.
technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway,
So you
Judging
knew the
by
whole
Rasak's
time? Is
state,
that what you just said?
The contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind, but something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
How would he have that knowledge to extract in the first place?
Confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
Hmm.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to.
Oh, I see. Okay, I think I get it. Okay.
However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run
What a
contrary
gentleman.
to their rules.
Yeah.
Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are
crossed
crossed,
the line.
the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected. Just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into
Can we
strength
go to the
or
pyramid
heroism.
now?
I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Oh, okay.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling
Weirdo.
of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
Who says that? I'm just a more
He
likable
won't last
person
long
in
if we leave him
general.
here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
I'm just so likable. In general. There's still something else going on here, because there's like a drawer I can't open. No, I've already looked here. I am the humblest person I know. I am the nicest person I know. I've already read these, but there's like a little sparkly thingy upstairs. I've read that one. I did that one. I've done this one. Hakim. Wait, didn't I meet Hakim? Is this a side quest or is this main story? This is main story, but it feels side story because they're kind of... I kind of feel like we're getting off track a little bit, but... like we had one lead and we were like, let's go do this, and then Alhaitham was like, no, 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 you gotta come with me, and we gotta talk to this person because she was lying to you about something really tiny that didn't matter at all. Okay, well, I don't know. Yeah. Let's get out of here. There is a drawer right here that requires an ancient key. Oh wait, it's stolen by a masked weasel. Maybe we do end up coming back here. I don't know. Alright. We're gonna meet up with the whole gang. When do we get to, like, go into, like, the cool part? Damn, it's pretty big. But yeah, this is main story. Where do we need to go? Alright, we've played enough to do our dailies. Probably go claim that real quick before I forget. Did find out about what's going on with Catherine in this story, so that was pretty cool to finally figure that out.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra Abyssos.
Dispatch character on expedition. Claim all. Looks like she has some other dialogue. Catherine, it's you again? Was I unwell? Yeah, you got knocked out, actually. Or a clone of you got knocked out, either way. Alright, back to this place. I think this story is going to be the longest one, or it feels longer than Inazuma, I think, by now. I want to go into the deep desert and see what the heck is going on with the ruins and stuff. But I don't know when that's going to happen. Also, so many people have told me that King Deshret is definitely not coming back by now that I definitely think we're going to do that at some point in this story.
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since Divine Canta knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
I mean, they could just have a
Are our
tracker.
friendships that shallow?
Yes.
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra,
He's a
you
mole.
are no doubt privy to certain kinds
The
of information.
racism.
Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the Academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules.
There is
I
a lot of
remember seeing the
racism
thick
going on,
notebook next
actually.
to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
All the desert people hate all of the non-desert people, and all of the non-desert people hate all of the desert people, so there's definitely some strife in this nation.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered.
Oh my god.
When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
Okay.
It predicted my every move.
Not the
The
algorithms,
Academia has
not
been
the
watching
AI.
you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
Not the algorithms.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now. If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be... Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you. Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
So he's gonna run into the desert. Maybe. But like, this doesn't really make sense, because if he's deciding... I don't know. Where are we going? That way.
So, where do we go from here?
Nowhere.
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Isn't it gonna be
There's
like
something here.
exceedingly dangerous
What's
out
this?
here?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more
big
than one
headset.
village keeper. They must have been escorted this way, because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry. Your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
That was a long time ago.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
They could have, because that was like 5 days ago now.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
I want that teleport point, but it's all the way up there, so... Never mind.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
It's my boyfriend. Hi, Faye.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
How you doing?
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
Hi, Mikey. I'm doing good. That's good.
You're one of us.
Are you stuck in a meeting or something? How you doing? I'm doing good. We're progressing through the desert part of the story.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Tia? Why would you? Tia!
She's not actually betraying us.
What are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Betrayal.
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru Village?
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than they.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait,
I don't know what's going on.
Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission
Somebody
of
told
resurrecting
Paimon to
King
shut it.
Deshret. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
How come nobody ever talks to me about that pyramid? Does that pyramid always look like that? What's with the red
Even
light?
if it'll expose you to the academia, even if they end up disbanding the Eremites, your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land.
Always like that? What's up, Prodigy?
But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the Academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp
I wanna
the
go over
Academia's
there.
forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
It looks like a Mario Odyssey pyramid, and I just want to go explore that. Basically.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile. Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips, but I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Wait,
We're
you can't
bargaining?
be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro
Racism.
Archon's people.
Not so fast. I'll hate them, Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm. Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. The mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the Village Keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Can she...
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
Why don't
You
we just
don't
kill
have
them?
to go this far.
Or
That's
like,
not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia! Run!
Is her arm real? I don't get it. Why do they want her arm? Is it cybernetic? It looks cybernetic.
Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it?
I don't think that guy could have
Flame
reacted that
Mane,
quick.
You and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Okay, we're gonna have a little hostage exchange tomorrow or something.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
Maybe.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
That's just how he is.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Okay, hostage exchange simulator coming up. I don't know what we're exchanging anymore, but... Wait until the following morning. We can do that. I want this meeting to be done. I want to watch you and hear your voice. What did it say? I forgot. 6 a.m.? Didn't he say noon? It will be. Oh, she doesn't have 7 TV. Let's do that one. Okay.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance.
We should not take a kid to a
Dia,
hostage exchange.
I want to be
at
there
all.
to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
Dia, wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood? Or I'll be very upset with you.
Fine.
Fine. Oh, we have to go so far. Okay. What would be the best way to even do this? Guess we go there first. You should fix my party before we get out there and get involved with a bunch of fights, so I'm not ready. Just need Barbara.
We can do this.
Oh, we going to the pyramid? Oh, that's hype. I'm excited for that. Alright, let's grab, whatever this thing is. Oh, it's like underground, isn't it? Okay, never mind. Are we gonna take damage out here for like...
Happy to oblige.
I don't know. Is it gonna be like Zelda? Do I need to be... Doesn't seem like it.
Let's dance.
That is suspicious.
Ready for anything.
I guess we could leave Gina. That didn't even do anything. Defeat all the Hilichurls. I'm kind of down. Right here?
We can do this! Shine down! Scatter! I'll protect us. Oh, no! Hi! Boom boom! Motion to compel!
Ow. Alright. Was that even worth doing? I do not know. Hard light bridge right here.
Huh. Let's appraise the value on this. Illusion shattered!
New punch.
You are not welcome here.
Incinerate! Breath of the flame! Propagate!
Oh my god, that guy's intense.
Shine down!
Law of the jungle.
Illusion
We're
shattered!
not in the jungle, buddy.
Motion to compel! Remarkable condition.
Okay, let's get this statue. Okay. The Mausoleum of... Okay, I want to go there. We're going behind there. Dune. We're in Dune. I thought so. Okay. I still don't think we have enough of these. Yeah, no, we have literally 11. Okay. I want to go in here. This has got to be part of the main story, right? I would think this dude is resurrected given this. I would think something's going on. Oh.
Incinerate!
We don't like these things.
There is no escape.
I think this is the first one I've bought. I can already tell I don't like it.
Boom! Incinerate!
A damaged prison. Okay. We can't go inside. Okay. That's kind of lame. Alright, I guess we'll go around it to the south, and then... What's that thing? It's another one of those. Okay, yeah, it's just that thing again. Let's climb this, actually. Forget about going around it. We can... I think I can run up this. Okay, we can. Okay, I got too steep. Determined. I might not be able to make it all the way. Alright, wait a second. We're gonna get out our climbing MVP.
Thank you for choosing Komani X.
Okay, I made it. Does anything happen? Get one of these. No, nothing happens. Okay. Maybe we need to be on top of the upside downy part. These guys will definitely be intimidated for the hostage exchange because they're going to see me gliding in from the pyramid. I see another one. I'm gonna drop down and grab that.
Sand's getting wedged into my paw pads. Feels kinda weird.
I don't know. Hold on a second. Why is this like this? Why can't I just go in? This seems to be leading me in a direction I don't need to go.
Ooh, maybe I could curl up inside this box.
Okay. I thought it would be like right there, but it's not. Oh wait, there it is. How the heck am I supposed to get that? This is so strange. Oh. Okay. I'm trying to do this thing over here. We're We want, like, what, 8 more of these, so then it gets us stamina, so it's kind of worth it. Try to do this puzzle real quick, or whatever this is. You do not have enough clearance. What did that say? Primal sandglasses around here that haven't been activated yet. Excuse me? Exploration knowledge. I guess we can't do this yet. Maybe we like need to progress a little bit further before we can start doing this stuff. I don't get that. Okay, whatever. That's kind of lame. I can't really do anything here. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Oh crap! I forgot to fix my party. Should be fine.
Huh. They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Shovel-chan, what's up? How's it going? Loving the raccoon.
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. You brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one of them?
Rahman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
No, not really, but okay.
You stay right there!
It's a fight? It's not a fight. It's a cutscene.
What do you think you're doing?
How you guys doing? We're doing pretty good over here. Pretty good.
Blade here? You coward! Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
And the dune worm has eaten us. Okay. Let me guess. Now we have to go through the whole pyramid.
Paimon's dizzy.
Which is kind of what I've been wanting to happen, so I'm not going to complain if that's what it is. Okay, we're not in the pyramid.
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance. The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
You finally believe me.
The Dendro Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no, he's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to King Deshret's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, The sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King Deshret!
What's he doing here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it
Of course he
happens,
is.
I want to take a look inside
We are too.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's civilization appear. 2 major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. King Deshret will
Just
take
let them
care of
die.
his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I'll talk to this dude. Oh, I can't talk to him?
Grandpa?
Okay. Enter. Okay. It's a domain. Recommended. Okay. I gotta fix this. Who do I not have out? Lumion.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Alright, let's see how this goes. So since it's just a domain, it can't be that.
It's full of life here.
Well, we'll see, actually.
This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside. Yet, it flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Raman.
Huh? Me?
You take notes on that.
Do you see another Raman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want, but there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from King Deshret's civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find an explanation.
No, we can just, like, explore some of it. Okay. Puzzles? Oh, puzzles, okay. Okay. What are we trying to do? Look up. Okay. I'm looking up. Alright, this one spins on its own. Okay, they all spin on their own. Just light them up. Easy.
Illusion shattered! Ha!
Scatter! Boom boom! Incinerate!
Was there anything back this way? No.
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
Spring forth! Boom boom!
These mushroom guys are going.
Boom boom! Time for your fate!
Shine down!
Okay. I was about to say I'm lost.
There is no escape!
Incinerate! Motion to compel!
Before we activate that, let's see if there's anything over here. There's not. Oh. No. Damn. Oh, I thought there was like a little ledge with a chest on it, but it's empty.
Shine down!
Propagate! Let's do it! Come on, we can do it! Boom boom! Ha! Inadmissible evidence!
Elevator will descend before it starts ascending again to reach the dome. Is that him? Oh, wait, is it like this, and then this is one? No? Okay. This doesn't feel like the thing I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, I can't change party members. I was gonna say Yamika could do this. Just warp. It's also this way. I see. I get it. I know what we have to do. Oh, I know what we have to do, but I'm not exactly quite sure how to do that. Oh, there's a button right here. Okay, I'm dumb. Okay, wait. So it's like this. And then we do this. And we do that. Okay, we did it.
Scatter! Now you shall perish! Absurd! Propagate! Germinate!
Oh, hi. No,
Incinerate!
Motion to compel.
Boom boom!
Okay.
Let's dance. Keep going.
Oh.
I'm fine. Go, Barbara, go!
Oh, that does these two. Oh man, okay. Is there a third switch somewhere?
Keep going.
No. Actually, oh, okay.
Let the show begin.
I need two of them to be on the same thing. If we could rotate the middle one on its own. Oh, the middle one just always goes? Okay. I see, I see. Alright, this should work. Nice. Wait, why am I going back down? Okay, it's going to a different floor.
Now that's a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
That looks safe. I can't run, and it forcefully changed my character.
It's getting brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Probably cutscene incoming. Yep.
Wait.
Well, maybe not.
What's that?
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
These are King Deshret runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient King Deshret script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
At least 20?
He's not serious, right?
Silent Warp, hello, welcome. Oh my god, I see Alhaitham and I click. Okay. Yeah, we're doing the Sumeru story and he's quite involved. So, yeah, welcome in. How's it going?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Can't wait to see him in Sumeru. Are you progressing through the story as well, or?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
I'm about to start Inazuma. Ooh. I think Inazuma is where the story starts to get really cool. I really enjoyed the Inazuma plot. I also enjoyed, well, the beginning Inazuma is kind of like but then like, you know, once you get past the very beginning of Inazuma and you get to like the war part and like that kind of stuff, it's really cool. I literally came back to Genshin and started from scratch to save for Alhaitham. Thank you very much for following as well. Nice, we got our one
Silent
follower
Warp
per day.
_ is now following.
Thank you very much, Silent Warp. But that's cool. Yeah, my friend AJ in here earlier was saying how they think that Alhaitham is their strongest character. So, hope you're able to get him and have some success with him.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
But yeah, I think you'll like the Inazuma story, and I'm liking the Sumeru story maybe even better than Inazuma at this point. So, yeah.
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself.
pulling for Alhaitham because I see. Okay, I get where you're going with that.
You'll understand after watching it.
Also, I kind of didn't listen to what was going on, but that's fine. We're doing something with this tomb.
Civilization is born.
His damage is just a bonus. Got it, got it.
So too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor.
I'm not sure when the
Only a
banner changes.
desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for Greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child.
Oh, okay.
How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep.
Interesting.
Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
And nobody knows that, apparently.
What was that?
The priest's memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all.
I thought it was tomorrow because that's when Skara and Baizu's banner ends. My friend said it's on Wednesday. I'm not sure. Also, I'm playing on the Asia region, so I might be like one day ahead on all the banner timers. Alistair, what's up? Thank you for the head pats. How's it going, Alistair?
But this doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt King Deshret's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving
nobody
followers
has.
of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refuse to believe any of the rumors. King Deshret's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, it was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans. Fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
Getting too hot already? It's pretty hot up here today. I've been speedrunning through the dialogue, but I'm willing to sit through it when Alhaitham's talking. Yeah, I just, I do listen to the dialogue, because, I don't know, I just want to know the story, because I feel like there's not much else point for me playing if I don't know the story.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart.
The Liyue cutscenes were so amazing. I think you'll really enjoy the Inazuma ones as well, then, if you like the Liyue ones.
How could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Story is the best part of story-based games. Pretty much only play Pokemon for the story. Yeah, I remember being like, I don't know, the older games only have a pretty basic story, so I didn't really get super wrapped up in them.
Ramon, that's enough.
Speedrun the Liyue dialogue since I already went through that on my last account. Ah, okay.
Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me. My Eremites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. Thanks.
I could see his eye under
I
the
should
eye
probably
patch for a second there.
Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for, but please give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our
They're probably not gonna believe him.
Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
That must have been rough, but he seems to have figured things out now.
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice, long sleep. We'll need all our energy tomorrow. Sino, we're leaving!
Stop yelling.
Yeah, shut up, Paimon. Alright, cool. Can you watch this again whenever you want? Nope, guess not. Anything hidden around here? Don't think so. Okay, well, now we... I don't even know. We leave, and then I'm not sure what happens. Have to help him convince his people that what he saw is the truth, maybe, or something? That's far away. Alright, we gotta go that way now. this is not the right way. Unless we can go up above this place. I'm free. She's free. Finally free. How's it going, Faye? We just watched a little cutscene that talked about what really happened with King Deshret and his people. Looks like there's a boss here, but thankfully it's below me. Okay, that's that statue. We don't need to go that far. We're going to go like that way. Is that a Fatui hammer guy? It is.
Rahman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Ah, don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it. But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
Okay.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you!
That's right.
Are you enjoying it? I am. I am enjoying it. Thank you for encouraging me to play it.
Make it quick, please! Swift and painless!
Are we gonna kill these dudes?
The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turn pale like they've seen a ghost!
But yeah, it's cool. I'm happy we got to go to the... I don't know if I was in the pyramid. I guess I wasn't, but I was in like a similar domain area. It was cool.
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done
Just
all this
following
by ourselves.
orders, they say.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
Oh boy.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry!
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Create a new god.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
Because I've
There's
seen
no
some
use
stuff.
hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities.
He already had one? Or he borrowed one of the other ones
The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia.
that they already
At
stole?
first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, "Do you wish to create a god?"
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
So they probably gave them the Electro-Gnosis? That's my guess.
First, the
'Cause they
Academia
have
spent
that?
a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output. With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis
Good guess.
and convert it into a divine core.
I mean, they have 3 of them, but I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Skirmish was involved with stealing the Electro one.
Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
What a weird-ass plan.
Adds up. But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Exactly.
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the Scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Alhaitham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom.
Phototaxis?
This
Phototaxis.
is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god. When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation, they found that at the time, she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child.
Oh, they
The
tested
sages never
her.
had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's Gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
So they took hers already? They took her Gnosis already?
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Rahman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these 2 scholars, they're coming too.
Sure.
Now we have
As you
5
wish.
hostages. Okay. I wanna get that thing. It's above me. Alright, how far is the statue from where I'm at right now? We're not gonna make this. I'm gonna have to climb. I wonder how much of the story is left at this point. I guess we're gonna have a big battle with everybody kind of soon. That's a deep hole. That's a giant gear. Oh, the battle pass ended. Whoops, I did not. I didn't get very far. Whoopsies. Let's see when the banners end for me, or if they've already. 1 day, 16 minutes. Okay. Or maybe they're using the Anemo Gnosis because Scaramouche is Anemo, maybe? Question mark? Or maybe they already have Nahitas and they're using that one. I don't really know on that yet. It probably doesn't really matter, but I was lied to.
But a momentary distraction.
I said good guess. Okay, that means that I got it right. I mean, he himself had the Electro one. Because Yae Miko was like, here you go, hee hee.
Ha! There is no escape!
Boom! Incinerate! Boom! Incinerate!
I'll keep this close.
Okay. Statue time. Hey, we got a trophy. I did all this. That's weird. I didn't think. Oh no, it's like specific areas. Okay. We need 5 more to get a stamina upgrade. So that was just like the desert. And then we need... I don't know where Fontaine begins. So I don't know. I think it begins pretty far up here though. So I think all of this is still Sumeru, I think. Still have a ways to go. Okay. We're going back to the house. And we're gonna see what's going on. We're gonna see if the other 3 dudes are still there. I'm curious if we're still beating them up.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The 2 new scholars are being kept under close supervision, too. Really great work, everyone.
The atmosphere is so heavy. Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Water.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh! Paimon's so coming with you!
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
Yeah.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out for sure.
Okay. We did it! So then I'm assuming now, if this was a couple years ago, I would have had to wait a few weeks to continue.
The past few days have been some of the most challenging work I've ever taken on, and none of it'll earn me a single Mora. I can't believe it.
Look on the bright side, Dia. Maybe we'll get a huge reward after this is all over.
You've got a point. Hey, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow with more money than you could ever spend?
I mean,
I'll buy boatloads of tasty
I have 8
snacks.
million more right now.
That's it?
And maybe some tasty drinks as well?
How adorable. Well, here's to all our indulgent fantasies. If there's a chance they can come true, I'll give it my best shot. And here's hoping that everything we do from now on will change this world for the better.
Okay.
In the past, I never imagined that even the gods could suffer from hardship. If we can find a way to change all of this, will this nation become a better place?
Who knows?
Don't rush. This is a big undertaking, and the planning and preparation for what lies ahead will no doubt take some time. Take it slowly. We need to make sure the plan is as effective as possible.
He's starting to read his book again. Hey, are you even listening?
Would you like me to lend you something to read?
No way! Your books aren't quite to Paimon's tastes.
I was joking. I know my books are far too difficult for you, and I have no intention of lending them out.
Oh, wow.
You're so annoying!
What a guy.
You must let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Though I cannot leave Aru Village, I can't help but feel stirred when I see the looks in your eyes. I've never felt as roused as this when fighting alone in the past. I suppose this must be the power of camaraderie.
You should come with us. Tell me about yourself. Alright, we got 4 experience books for that. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay. Pre-dawn night. Kalpa flame. Wait until the next day. Wait, did I, Oh, wait, this is still stuck on Act 2 Interlude. Do I have to do the chasm to make this thing start working again? I find it weird that this quest is still here, but okay, whatever. Just tomorrow. Talk to Candace. Okay. That was weird. Ah.
Everyone is already waiting inside.
That's not true. I was just in there.
Let's join them.
Please, wait a moment. Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
What do you think?
Okay.
Act 5.
They're all waiting for you.
Okay. I don't know why that was so vital that I come and do that, but okay. Maybe we're gonna do something reckless. What time is it? 2:57. Okay, we'll probably do this meeting cutscene, and then we'll find somebody to raid.
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready?
Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
It's worth a try.
They're not
The point
gonna
of
tell
discussion
me.
is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
You're making Paimon nervous.
I'm not included. I'm not privy to the knowledge of the meeting. They're just gonna skip it just like that? Okay. The plan is a mystery. Super long load screen.
You're finally done.
Wow.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
I literally don't know because it got skipped.
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know. So you have my trust.
Candace gave us a compliment.
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care. You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck with everything. I'll be here in the village praying for you.
Okay.
Stay safe, everyone. I'll be here praying for you. Good luck.
All right. I think we should stop here. It is 3. It's probably going to be another big cutscene as soon as I talk to the next person, so let's just stop here and find a raid target. Why is there no music right now? Okay. I think I'm just gonna... Actually, let's see. Possibly just gonna wait for Avi for a second. I have an ad. Alright, let's hit her right off the bat. Alright, have fun on Avi stream, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Why did that not work? /raid. I didn't even spell raid wrong. Alright, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. We got our 1 follower today secured. We're on a great pace for hitting 500 in 68 days from now. It'll be perfect. And yeah, I'll see you guys there.